The moonwalk is much more than just sliding your feet and looking cool. It is a whole weight transfer illusion. I've been performing the moonwalk for over 10 years now. I've been teaching it for over 10 years too now. And in this class today, we're gonna go through the moonwalk. By the way, did you know when Michael Jackson famously coined the term the moonwalk, he coined it wrong. He said the wrong name. The moonwalk is actually like one of these ones. So the actual moonwalk, the proper name for it is called the backslide, because there's other glides. This is a part of gliding. There's the side glide. There's also the box glide. But today, we're just focusing on the backslide. Here's one of my backslides. And here's a not so good backslide. Most tutorials will just tell you to like lift and slide your feet, but they're not giving you the main ingredient, which is the weight transfer, which is the main part of the illusion. So in this class, we're going through how to backslide properly. Let's get started. First step with the moonwalk, to like build our skills up, I want you to practice just balancing on one foot, and I want that foot to be hovering above the ground. So it's not on the ground, slightly hovering above. But I want you to be aware of your body, and I want you to have it hovering above the ground just so slightly that it looks like it's touching the ground, but there's actually no weight on it, so you can slide it around. And so when I say have your weight on this leg, it means you're standing on this leg, and this leg is free to just move around however. But you want this leg to look like it's still touching the ground. Depending on what shoes you're in or what floor you're on, how sticky the floor is or how sticky your shoes are, that will depend on how much you have to actually hover it above the ground. For instance, if I'm just in socks on a wood floor, I can literally like still have some weight on it and still slide it around. But if I was in sneakers on bitumen or cement or something, I would actually want to really have a little hover, like maybe like a ½ centimeter gap between the floor and my foot. But if you're in socks and wooden floor or slippery floor or something, it's easier, so you won't have to hover it as much. It can be still touching the ground a little bit. You just want your weight off it, because we need to be sliding on that foot. So right now, as I'm talking, I hope you're practicing that. Can you try the other leg? Balancing, have your weight in one foot, and just hovering, sliding the other foot around. So that's our step one. Nice. Okay, step two. Now that we've practiced hovering and balancing on one foot, hovering the other foot around, now I want you to balance, but on the balls of your feet. So not like your actual tippy toes, but just above, kind of like up here, as if you're like standing up on your toes. Not all the way on your toes though. Not everyone can do that. Maybe if you can try, but we don't want to break our toes or anything. You have like strong sneakers that can really support being right up on the toes too. Because I'm just in socks. If you're just in socks, just the balls of your feet, just the balls of your feet. So can you balance on the balls of your feet? And I want you to literally balance. Boom. If you need to put your foot down, so fine. Now I want us to practice trying to hover the leg enough so you can slide it around. Now obviously, because we're on our balls of our feet, the balancing part is much harder now, and balancing is a whole other skill in itself. But right now, I just want us to get comfortable with being on the balls of our feet, balancing on that leg, enough so you can slide the other foot around. Just try slide it around freely right now. Beautiful. And try switch to the other leg too. So now we're balancing on this leg, or whichever leg you didn't balance on first. And get comfortable, try find your sweet spot for your balance point. Don't lose balance like me. And literally just practice sliding it around. Remember, our weight is on this leg, on the balls of our feet, and there's no weight in this leg. So we're able to slide it however we like. Awesome. If that feels foreign to you, that's what you need to practice. Just balancing and like having this leg slightly off the ground, just enough so you can slide it around. Cool. So that's step two. So we've got step 1, which is just balancing on one leg, sliding the foot around. Step 2 is balancing on the balls of your feet and sliding the foot around. Lovely. Try the other side too. And then step 3 is going to be really putting the moonwalk together, or the backslide, I should say. And I want you to, I'll face forward for now. I want you to be on the balls of one foot, and I want you to be balancing on that leg so there's no weight in the other foot. And we're gonna slide this leg that has no weight in it back, just a little bit. And then from here, this is where the magic happens. We're gonna change weight. So we're gonna move from this leg to our back leg, and I'm gonna put this foot flat down as I go on the toes of this leg, or the balls of my feet, I should say. And then now my weight is on this leg. So no weight's on this leg, and I'm free to slide it back. And then I change my weight to the other leg. I'm just gonna face the side because there's not heaps of room for me. So right now, I'm gonna be balls of my feet. Other leg has no weight on it, and I slide it back, and then I transfer my weight. We call it a weight transfer. You transfer your weight from one leg to the other. Make sure you got your balance. Slide that foot back. Transfer your weight. Slide that foot back. Transfer your weight. Slide that foot back. Transfer your weight. Try it, keep going, keep going. I'm gonna do a few more. On the balls of my feet, slide one foot back. Transfer the weight. 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 And they are like the main 2 steps of how you do a moonwalk. It's slide, transfer weight. Slide, transfer weight. They're the main steps of how you do a backslide, aka a moonwalk. Also, if this just sliding and transferring, this will probably take some time to build up the muscle memory and the coordination in your body. So if this feels a little foreign to you, a little bit different, just drill this movement. Do it like over and over again for a few days, or like one day. Just do it constantly. Slide and switch, slide and switch, slide and switch. Just drill that into your body. Once you start to get more comfortable with it, then this is where we make the moonwalk look proper, because we want the weight transfer to happen in a quick instant second, because this is where the illusion happens, and it's where the audience gets tricked. When they're watching the moonwalk, they don't see you actually like transfer your weight. They just see you like sliding back. They're not thinking or noticing which weight your leg is in. And that's because when you do a proper good moonwalk, the transfer is like so quick and so smooth and so unnoticeable that the audience just doesn't think about it. And so it looks like we're literally just sliding backwards. So if you're just starting, really focus on balancing one foot, sliding, transfer, sliding. Once you build that up a little bit, then I want you to just drill this even more, but with the focus of the transfer being quick. Instead of being really slow, try to, here I go, like 1, and then as soon as you transfer, try to slide straight away. Ooh. And then after you start to get more comfortable with sliding straight as soon as you transfer, try to then bleed it all into one. So as you do your first slide, that bleeds into your transfer. As you do that transfer, that bleeds into your next slide. So it all starts to smooth into one. And that will only happen if you're very confident and familiar with the moonwalk. Because the weight transfer is very tricky. It takes a long time to build up, but that's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on changing your weight from one leg to the other. And you also don't want to show any imbalances. when you transfer your weight. For instance, watch my head. See how much like I move up and down when I don't show the illusion. Can you see how I'm like going up and down with my body? I'm not staying at like a smooth, consistent pace or a smooth, consistent height. That's because you can see when I'm weight changing, and we don't want that. We want to hide the weight transfer. So this is the second last thing, that once you start to get confident with your moonwalk, I want you to really try to focus on not changing your height. And that means you're gonna have to like stay a little bit forward. Make sure you've got a good bend in your knees so you're not going like up, but your knees are going out. Not up, but out. So you don't wanna show any inconsistency when you're doing the moonwalk. You want everything to be a super smooth pace, all at one consistent level kind of thing. That's my second last step for a nice moonwalk. If you feel like you've got all of this, you've been training your moonwalk, you've got the weight transfer, you're feeling confident, there's just one last thing I want to talk about, and that's making your strides a lot longer. A lot of students that I teach, once they get really good with the moonwalk, they just keep their moonwalk really small. They keep it really small, but especially if you perform it in front of a large crowd or if you have a lot of space to take up, you don't want to be doing small moonwalks anymore. You want to be taking really big slides. Like you want to slide really far back and it'll cover a lot more distance. It's harder to transfer weight the more you have slid, because you have to transfer all the way back to this leg now. There's like more distance to cover as you transfer weight. So it is harder, but that's why I say it's the last step with your moonwalk. If you feel confident with your transferring your weight, your balancing, your sliding, last step is to get nice, big strides. Now I'm in such a small room, I can't really show you like massive strides. I'm gonna make sure I pull up like a YouTube video where you can see me doing some nice long moonwalks. And if I can't find any, I'll just film some for this video kind of thing. But yeah, so long strides is the last step, and that will really like up your standard of your moonwalk, especially if you're performing it on a stage or at like a large performance or something like that. Okay, so that is my moonwalk tutorial, yo. Let me just like recap super quickly, okay? We just start balancing one foot, sliding one foot around, change weight, slide the other foot around. Next step is to balance on the toes. Same thing, sliding your foot around. Try change weight, slide your foot around. Don't lose balance like me. And then the third step is putting the moonwalk together. You slide and transfer. Slide, transfer. Slide, transfer, slide, transfer. Fourth step is like making it more smooth. Slide, transfer, slide, transfer, slide, transfer, slide. Fifth step, making it even more smoother. Slide, transfer, slide, transfer, slide, transfer, slide. Fifth step, longer strides. Yee! Okay, and there you have it. That is my moonwalk tutorial, yo. Hope you learned a thing or two. Practice, practice, practice. Obviously, you're not gonna learn the moonwalk just like that from this video. It takes dedication from you, putting that time in, getting your weight, getting your balance, getting your transferring on point. That's our technique. So just practice, practice, practice. Hit me up if you got any questions. Check out my website. His real name is Clarence if you're looking for some more online dance classes. And I'll put 2 videos or playlists next to me. You can check them out if you're keen to keep watching. Peace and love. Hope you got a little bit of moonwalk knowledge, or backslide knowledge, I should say. Until next time, catches.